をつなぐ生きる力与えてくれる歌こそ喜び今日までの道のりを共に語り合おう別れゆく寂しさを乗り越えていこう道の光求めゆくあなたと私天地に広がるハーモニーさあ一つになって歌声を心をつなぐ明日への祈りをつなぐ一人ぼっちの自分よりももっと豊かになれる歌声は心をつなぐ明日への祈りをつなぐ生きる力与えてくれる歌こそ喜び歌こそ喜び 初めて出会う者たち喜びと戸惑いが心の中で渦巻くそんなちっぽけな自分がいつか見つけるのは光り輝く一つの果てしなく続く道諦めずに怖がらずに前を向いて進んでいこう大きな愛の中で育てられているのだから祈られて支えられて生きているのだから夢を諦めかけたり苦しく辛い時にはいつの日も一人じゃないと力を与えてくれるそんな仲間と一緒に歩き始めるのは光り輝く一つの果てしなく続く道諦めずに怖がらずに前を向いて進んでいこう大きな愛の中で育てられているのだから祈られて支えられて生きているのだから諦めずに怖がらずに前を向いて進んでいこう大きな愛の中で育てられているのだから祈られて支えられて生きているのだから
Aloha mai kako. Good evening. 皆さんこんばんは。Hola. I don't know how to say good evening in Spanish. I'm very sorry about that. Thank you very much for joining me for the 6月1日御礼祈願会 or the monthly appreciation ceremony held on the first of every month. I try to hold it on the first of every month, but sometimes, for example, last month I wasn't able to have it because I was in Whittier Church for their Godaisai, which happened to be on the first. このご記念会っていうのは必ずお1日の日にぜひ大勢の方々と共にやっぱり先月のことと先月のことを神様にお礼申し、今月までいただいた、今日までいただいたおかげを神様にお礼申し上げ、そして今月のことを神様にお祈り、祈るという大きな意味があって、今日の祭りを今日のご記念会を使いさせていただきたいと思います。So, this service really is to give appreciation to 神様。Every month seems to be a hard month. It really has. I think for those of you who read my last email, losing such a dear friend as Dr. Karen Kobayashi, wow, just and finding out on Monday, on Memorial Day, was just a shock to me, a shock to so many people. But if we continue to see it as a sad thing, it is a sad thing. I can't imagine what her mitama is feeling. She does. I'm sure she does not want us to feel sad, but to embrace her life and to learn from her life lessons. So today, on the mitama altar, in her honor, because Dr. Kobayashi loved wine, I have some watermelon wine, which I love. I love water. I don't know if that's the kind of wine she liked, but I have that wine tonight for her. But for today, please let us recall the blessings, the favors, and the grace, and the protections, and the interventions that we have received from Tenchika no Kami, and give thanks for all of them, whether they be mundane or they be huge. And at the same time, let us please also give appreciation for this month. Let's also pray for this month, that all of our endeavors will come to fruition, or will reach the next we will reach the next level that we need to get to in order to reach our highest aspirations. So let's begin today's prayer monthly appreciation ceremony. よろしくお願いします。To Haile, 4 sincere claps. Amatsunori 高間の原にかむずまります。かむろぎかむろみのみこともちて、すめみおやかむいざなぎのみこと、つくしのひゅうがんの立花のほどのわわぎ原にみそぎ、あらいたまうときに、あれませる腹いどの神たち、おろもろのまがごと積みけがれよ、腹いたまい清めたまえと申すことの、よしおは松神国津神やおよろずん、神たちともに雨の口こまの耳振り立ててきこしめせとかしこみも申す。Please open your prayer books to page 2 for the mediation prayer. Let us seek the sacred mediation of Ikami Gonko Daijin, sincerely and wholeheartedly, each and every day. May we receive the mediation anew, all our hearts and souls, on this day, this very moment. Ikami Gonko Daijin sama, Ikami Gonko Daijin sama, Ikami Gonko Daijin sama, Ikami Gonko Daijin sama. Shinchu Kinen, silent prayer. Ikami Gonko Daijin sama. 今日も今週も私と旅を始め、それぞれの関係者に最後最大祭祀のお願いを与えくださいますように願い、大難は小難に小難不難にお扱いの御会を与えくださいますように願い申し上げ、大難は小難に大きい借金は小借金、小借金はノー借金、使いの御国を与えくださいますように願い申し上げ、健康財を番でその御国を与えくださいますように願い申し上げます。健康、神徳、仁徳、霊、学徳、霊徳の御国を与えくださいますように願い申し上げます。教主金光様ぐさい、大金光様ぐす。 ださい。本校健信先生ご夫妻、本校教授先生ご家族ありがとうございます。高橋先住士、高橋菊戸寺、高橋トーマス氏、高橋常子姫、高橋はじめの御霊の神、高橋相撲ロンの御霊の神、高橋周一の御霊の神、高橋桜地の柱の御霊の神、アボのグラデストジ、高橋フランセス姫、家元エリーの御霊の神、イダ明神の御霊の神、春岩室戸地の御霊の神、ビートルグラデスヒムの御霊の神、ありがとうございます。メムのメタバカリのスケプロベリオ、メタバカリのコレクティブの話、ババタカシャモハナ、マーサカシャモハナ、イズバタカシャモハナ、バブリヨニサキの御霊の神、バブリヨニサキのハナ、キャランスカーのミソタカシュ、ジョージン・ジェリン、グリーンハウス・グリーン、グリーンハウス・カット、Fireside and Politics, Barry Greenhouse, Ohana, Woodrow, Louise Greenhouse, Stephen and Greenhouse, and Ohana, Kara Greenhouse, Hata and Ohana, Kyosha Ono and Ohana, Lisa Robertson and Ohana, Wendy Ono, Ohana, Miko Sanchez and Ohana, Kazuko Found Ohana, Kyoshi Igawa, Ohana, Barbara Okimoto and Ohana, Yokozuka Yuta, Nomi and Ohana, Takashi Green, Takashi Jr. お花ありがとうございます。桂松子先生、桂良子先生、斉藤豊先生ご夫妻、本高光一先生ご家族、吉野菅子先生、松岡家族、エッナ先生ご夫妻、津田修子先生ご家族、湯川正親先生、Reverend Joanne Toulouse、お花、湯川光一先生ご家族、Reverend Ryder 橋本、お花、井川教師先生ご夫妻、石松光夫先生ご夫妻、高島正樹先生、高橋京吾先生、高橋和子先生ご家族、宇津木明美先生ご夫妻、安滝光子先生ご家族、グレイス小玉の花、小玉出向通り先生、長井義恵先生、Reverend 安弘でいこやの、Reverend David やのお花、Reverend Rodney and Mrs. Fong Yip、うぞいなうはる先生ご夫妻、Bishop Amy うぞいのお花、野方和内先生、Reverend Byron 石渡、坂井信弘先生ご家族、小東の良先生ご家族、八木道則先生ご家族、Reverend ソシュアによしこ太田、Reverend Stephanie Birkin のお花、Reverend 神江今岡、Reverend ゆきこばん、ケン自由川のお花、デックの御霊の神、キムの御霊の神、Vivian Spees、息子田代、Jennifer 田代、安子デイブの御霊の神、ジョアン・純日園田、信子ドラン、吉尾田中、の御霊の神、達子神の御霊の神、Richard Wellchild, Dr. Katsumi Miai の御霊の神、長子宮、Donna Setsuko Zumo、Sadako Oler、Utai Isaacs、Haro Hep、Fumiko Horseman、和子伊藤、Isako Fujimoto、Dan Murphy、Ayumi Toyama、Keiko Fujimoto、Margaret Dillwyn、Makino Family、Sagata Family、Sahara Family、Kyonobu、Tanaka and Family、Yoshiko Tanaka、Yoshio Tanaka and Ohana、Brooks family, Correa family, Calvin family, Gaan family, Jose Alberto Lopez Gomes family, Gilmore Ohana, Thomas Hollingsworth, Marshall Humfield, Richard Sanchez and Stephanie Landeros, Lincoln Joe Corey Matsuno, arigatou gozaimasu. Maxim Megmi, Segawa Amy Yasutake, Karen Kobayashi no Mitama no Kami and Ohana, Joshua Late, Alex and Lana Yasutake, Takuya Fujimoto and Tomoko Teramoto, Alan Brown and JT Teknapa, arigatou. Stacy, Claire, Lisa, Goya, Ali, Yogi, and Shifi, Linan, Yin, Ohana, Hank Lai, Andy C, Catherine Huang, and Esther Young, Hanani Kavika, and Ohana, Sean Umeda, and James Maeda, Jenny Lee, Yoon, Eric Tanimoto, and Linda Asato, Derek Iwata, Eric Kobashi, and Joyce Bushian, Rebecca Matayoshi, Tori Smythe, Andrew Lai, Nick Burns, Laura Noguchi, and Justin Lowe, Karen Masano, Mika Yamazaki, and Nadine Yamamura, Denise Blas, and Ohana, Bart, Rose Fairby, Shasi, Chara, Michael, Celia, and Andy, you, and Shobina, and Net Fujimori, Lynette Hirota, Lily Matsukawa, Edna Yamada, David Koizumi, Tori Miyagi, Horiichi family, McAfee Torko, Ohana, arigatou gozaimasu. Inoue Masayuki no Inoue Masayuki, Kubota sensei, Hisada Yuka, Hisada Hiroyasu, Moriya-san, Kyle Levitt, Peter Shackman, Jennifer Kwong, Peter Chris Nelson, Blaine ヒガ、ありがとうございます。スミテ、ダンネ・モアサウ、ダロー・コリアス、マリナ・パノーバ、コナン・キャレン・マン、Valerie Nakamura, Maria Spencer, Kumu Hinale Moanawan, Hector Espinosa, Ricardo Cook, Manuel Narvasa, Elizabeth Candelario, Johanna Villalba, Nina Hermosillo, Claudia Peterson, Claudia Wiley, Yesenia Dianda, Mary Borunda, Ede Harris, Hiroko Vasquez Sugabara, Christopher Cruz, Rie Tsuboy, Don Quinn, Tomokazu Morikawa, Yo Azama, Sweetwater Union High School District, Sweetwater Education Association, East Lake High School, Nunaka Hill Gather, Lion High Store, Nanako District, ありがとうございます。今日も今週も心を清めてください。今日も今週も最後、最大、最善のお御声を与えてください。今日も今週も楽しい素晴らしいありがたい一日を過ごさせてください。今日も今週も不平不満不足せずに精一杯頑張りましょう。お願い申し上げます。Please heal every person in Mitama that is living in physical, mental, emotional, and or spiritual pain. Heal their hearts and allow love to radiate from each of them. ご先祖様からのご無礼がありましょう。ともにとお許しくださいませ。日々の信心いたしますから、信心の徳をもってどのような巡るごとくに晴れくださいませ。ご先祖様からのご無礼がありましょう。ともにとお許しくださいませ。日々の信心いたしますから、信心の徳をもってどのような巡るごとくに晴れくださいませ。亡くなった者たちが心の影を葬らせていただきますようお願い申し上げたてますよ。亡きの御霊様の徳を進めていただきますようお願い申し上げたてますよ。親に父も早く安心していただける身の上、立場にどうぞお導きくださいますようお願い申し上げたてますります。Prayer for grace. Kami-sama, give me grace for this day, not for a lifetime, nor next year, next month, next week, or tomorrow. Yes, give me grace just for this day. Direct my work and bless it. Advise me in the things I say and give them blessings too. Direct and bless everything that I think, do, and speak, so that for this one day I have the gift of grace that comes from your presence. Kami-sama, just this one day, let me live generously and kindly in a state of grace and goodness that makes me a little bit like you. Chula Vista Prayer. Prayer of the Chula Vista Kosha. Chula Vista Kosha Higanshi. Higami Konko Daijin Sama Tenchi Kane no Kami-sama. Higami Konko Daijin Sama Tenchi Kane no Kami-sama. Thank you for the blessings we all receive every day. Blessings such as the life we are allowed to live. Blessings such as the food, air, and water that we partake of that sustains our life. Blessings such as love, support, and care for our ohana and friends. We put our hands together and offer prayers for this city of Chula Vista, its adjacent cities, the neighborhood that the Kosha is in, and the country of Mexico. We ask that you continue to protect and develop these areas. We pray for the salvation, joy, and peace of all individuals and spirits that are in these areas. We pray for each individual who lives in these areas, that we will be able to receive salvation, live in abundance, and deepen our relationship with you. We pray that people will be attracted to the light of the Kosha and will join us to learn more about the teachings of Kyoso-sama and to deepen our relationship with you. We pray for true peace to reign within our hearts, throughout our community and the world. Higami Konko Daijin Sama Tenchi Kane no Kami-sama. Higami Konko Daijin Sama Tenchi Kane no Kami-sama. Please open your prayer books to page 29 for Shintoku Sanji. Aogi matsureba ten takaku, 仰ぎ祭れば天高く拝み祭れば自罰し神の恵みに生かさるるみの幸いぞありがたき我が生き神の御取り次ぎ人品も隠る時のなく天地の神の御守り陶器地下金の隔てなし感に尽くしみはよろずよにあまねく道で果てしなく感計らいはくすしくて人の思いぞを呼ばざる我ら今月今日やび祭りでいたすらに神の御影をたたえ祭らん神の比例を仰ぎ祭らん。Aire, 4 sincere claps. Joe Haide, 4 sincere claps. Appreciation prayer for the founder of the Tamamizu Church, Judai O Sensei Haishi. Aware aogu mo shita wa shiki yuka wa no ushihaya. Aware shinobu mo natsukashiki umashi michiteru mihashira ushihaya. Waka no urawa no kiyoki fukaki mi kokoro mochite. Kami o iyamai michi o totobi. 何はへの広き遠き身を思い持ちて、世を我み人を救いて、道のみ光をわまかがし、支援の恵みを国かがし、人の世のもとつ道を極め尽くし、神と人と一つなるを、断りをまさやかに教えまつぶさに示し、玉石大き高き右さおを尊み祭りやび祭楽を、めぐしときこし橋とみそなわして、道の行く手をは祭りのやとに守り、教えの子らが行く末を、照る月のいやひろにめぐにたまえと、かしこみも申す。Silent prayer, 新中記念。幕を尊き教祖金光大臣がお生まれを育てくだされ、神のり十平君の御霊の神神のり下姫の御霊の神厚くんで申し上げ本部広間やはじめ大阪教会難波教会日曜教会玉井蔵教会サンフランシスコ教会サンディゴ教会北サンディゴカムティ集会白石田校舎のご霊前にお待ち申し上げたるすみための神様ありがとうございます。ホノルル教会笠岡教会小倉教会和平教会教会、東畑教会、スタイル教会、芝教会のご霊前にお待ち申し上げております。御霊の神様、ありがとうございます。サンデーゴ不良功労者の御霊様、厚く御礼申し上げ、立てますいます。ありがとうございます。ゆかはのりかずしの御霊の神、ありがとうございます。ゆかはけまきのけ、高橋家、白石家、ペティーツ家、ファミリーハン、ファミリーブス家、ファミリービブンス、ファミリー中尾家、ハン、土井家、矢田家、渋谷家、青ヶ家の先祖代々の御霊の神、ありがとうございます。高橋家に関係にあるご霊人様、ありがとうございます。高橋家、宮本家、長川家、羽生家、森本家、岩下家、山城家、 森里家、青野家、グリーンハウスファミリー、福田家、月山家、小垣家、ヘスースファミリー、大畑家、新宅家、井田家、ワンファミリーの先祖代々の御霊の神様、ありがとうございます。いい家、いいファミリー、クリアファミリー、ライファミリー、大久保家、高原家、ありがとう。先祖代々の御霊の神、ありがとうございます。ビーロ家、ビーロファミリー、ブルッシュファミリー、ブルッシュ。Virtual family, Dodson family, Dutcher family, Hill family, Austin family, Inman family, Mead family, Meek family, O'Brien family, Russell family, Wainwright 家の先祖代々の御霊の神ありがとうございます。サンディエゴ教会関係にあるご霊人様、北サンディエゴカウンティ集会のご霊人関係であるご霊人様、チュラビスタ校舎の関係あるご霊人様、サンディエゴカウンティの氏子、アリゾナ州の氏子、ネバダ州の氏子、テキサス州の氏子、オクラホマ州の氏子、ハワイ州の氏子、メキシコ合衆国の氏子のご霊人様、熱く御礼申し上げたて祭ります。ゆかわやすたろみうしみちてるみはしやうしのみたむの神、ゆかわひどきたらしみちてるひみのみたむの神、ありがとうございます。Please open your prayer books to page 36 for 祖先三字。36ページを開けてください。祖先三字本書。よよんの親は我が家の神我が神と心尽くしていつきまつらんな心尽くしていつきまつらんな尊き御親の神たちよ海の子のために家の柱を沈めたてたばい初子のためにどのなりわいを守り助けたまい隠りをの見えぬさかいにましませどもみ尽くしみのみ心は写しよに変わらせたまわず先みたまのまさきくさきはえたまいくしみたまのくしびにめぐみたまいて志は薪の柱の動きなくなりはゆは結ぶつなめのゆるりなく真心きおらんに励みつとめしめたまいゆからやからやわらぎやいてひにけんにうらやすく楽しましめたまいついに移しよのことを得て神の御門に参らん時には必ずしも迎え取りたまい右尽くしみをこぬらしめたまわんものと神の実りの絶えなるをかしこみかたじけなり親の恵みのおぼろげならぬを嬉しみ喜び申すことを心も涼やかにきこ示したまえと申す花くしびのみ親の御霊花くしびのみ親の御霊あなととのみ親の神あなととのみ親の神At this time, I would like to also begin offering prayers for those who died for the gun shooting in Oklahoma and in Texas, as well as for Dr. Karen Kobayashi. 今、これから、皆さんご存知のように、オクラホマ州とテキサス州でマスシューティングがあって、その亡くなられた方々の御霊様だけではなく、この度、亡くなられた、バンクーバー教会の教徒である、小林博士の、御霊様にも、ぜひ、その 御霊の道立て、御霊の安心、そして天地の王や神様の懐にお帰りになられますように、そこで霊徳をいただいて、どんどんぜひ大御影をいただきますように、すごい、パワフルな御霊様、人が助かる御霊様になられるように、ぜひ皆様と共に、新霊人配信、英語版だけれども、ぜひ新霊人配信を、英語版の新霊人配信を上げさせていただきたいと思います。よろしくお願いいたします。Newly Departed Soul Prayer, page 19. Spirit of the newly departed, we love you now and forever. Fond memories of you fill our hearts. We shall miss your physical presence. Yet you will remain in our hearts forever. We pray for your eternal happiness. We sincerely pray with heart and soul. As a beloved child of Kami, you were given the gift of life and sought to live it fully each and every day. As you leave your physical form, please listen to our prayers. Whether in your physical or spiritual form, the universe is your eternal home. You always be blessed with a peaceful heart. Know that you are always embraced by Kami's love. Shido Haide, 4 sincere claps. Shido Haide, 4 sincere claps. Please open your prayer books to page 6 for recitation of Tenchi Kakitsuke. Kigami Konko Daijin Tenchi Kane no Kami Isshin ni negae Kage wa waga kokoro ni ari Kongetsu konnichi de tanome. Pray sincerely with all your heart. Be one with Kami. Kami's blessings begin within. For its grateful and caring, in harmony and joy, look to Kami always, now and forever. On this very day, pray. Oración de Tenchi Kakitsuke. A través de Ikigami Konko Daijin, ore a Tenchi Kane no Kami, con todo el corazón. A través de Ikigami Konko Daijin, ore a Tenchi Kane no Kami, con todo el corazón. La gracia divina depende del corazón de cada uno. La gracia divina depende del corazón de cada uno. Ore ahora en este momento. Ore ahora en este momento. Chido Haide, 4 sincere claps. Ouch. Aloha everybody, mahalo nui for attending today's おついたち御礼ご記念会。今日6月のおついたち御礼ご記念会に妖拝の皆様とともに、今日のご記念会のご記念を皆様とともにいただいて本当にありがとうございます。Today, I wanted to, for those of you who speak Japanese, please feel free to go to our YouTube channel, not YouTube channel, our Facebook page, and please look at, it's one of the top, this probably one of the top two posts, but it has Masao Oya Sensei's sermon in there. And what I wanted to talk about was something that he spoke about last night at the Talmizu Church's monthly ceremony. I thought it was so apropos. And especially today with the teaching that's up here, I wanted to kind of translate it for those people who do not speak people who do not speak Japanese. もし、日本語がお分かりになる方は、昨日、玉水教会長、湯川正夫親先生の、月例祭の話に基づいて今日お話をさせていただきたいと思います。内容は大体、親先生がおっしゃったことを、英語にぜひ、にしたいなと思って、もし親先生が、のご教話を聞きたかったら、サンディエゴ教会の Facebook ページに行って、リンクがついてます。ぜひそちらの方に、正夫親先生、湯川正夫親先生のお話をお聞きください。今日は、ぜひ、親先生が、おっしゃった内容、昨日お話ししてくださった内容を英語にしたいなと思います。どうぞよろしくお願いいたします。So today, I'm going to take the teaching from up there. ちょっと待って。I'm going to get the teaching. So today's teaching comes from the founding minister of the Tamamizu Church, Reverend Yasutaro Yukawa, says this. 人間には力がないのだから、心配は神様に任せよう。人間には力がないのだから、心配は神様に任せよう。So, in English, it says humans have no power. Because humans have no power, entrust your worries to 神様. So, again, because humans have no power, entrust your worries to 神様. 親先生が昨日の話の中で、初代玉水教会長先生、湯川康太先生の見教え、神は主人、自分は奉公人という見教えに基づいて、お話しして、その中ではね、日本人の方がよくわかるかどうかちょっとわかりませんけど、私はアメリカ人でよくそういう、ちょっとイメージ的にちょっとね、おかしいなと思って、怪しいなと思ってて、親先生にEメールを送ったんですね。で、親先生にね、ちょっとイメージ的にちょっとよくわからないんですけれども、親先生がもう本当に優しく、説明してくださったんですが、先月の10日のお祭り、湯川浩一先生、銀座教会長先生、全く同じ、違う。10日じゃなくて、銀座教会5大祭の時に、銀座教会長先生は全く同じ話をもうなさったんですけれども、やっぱりこの見教えの中では、大切なのは私たちは、自分は奉公人といわゆる、我々はご主人である神様にね、我々の心配を伝え、我々の心の悩み、何でもかんでも神様に伝え、神様に任せて、神様が全てのことを提供してくださる。神様は我々の心を引き受けるんですね。何とかの形におかげになります。ね、それが、親先生がおっしゃったことですね。だから心配は心配していい。心配っていうのは当たり前、みんなも心配する。しかし、その心配を信心背負って、教祖の見教えですね。心配する心で信心背負という教祖の見教えあるんですね。だからいわゆる教祖様は心配していいけれども、そういう心で信心しなさいって。信心しなさい。Sorry, so let me see if I can do this in English now. So Masao Sensei talked about, and in English it comes out very weird. The English translation for this comes out truly weird, but he talked about a teaching from Reverend Yasutaro Yukawa that talked about Kami-sama being the master, we being his servants. Now that sounds very weird from an American Western perspective. It truly does. I'll give all of you that. But um, if you understood that back in that time when Reverend Yukawa was alive, people would go to certain shops or certain types of specialty places to learn to become apprentices. Apprentices. So the word hokonin translated does not translate into apprentice. It comes out to servant, but they're apprentices. And as an apprentice, you know, you leave and trust your whole livelihood to the person who you hope will teach you, who will give you everything that you need to become skilled. And Yukawa sensei, Shodai O sensei, often spoke about this, saying, we must think of ourselves as that apprentice. We must think and give everything to Kami-sama, leave everything into Kami-sama's hands. That is so important, to leave that into Kami-sama's hands. It's not easy. It's easy to say. It's so hard to do. And this is where the teaching, the founder's teaching, with a heart of worry, a heart that worries, with the heart that worries, practice faith. Now that's a direct translation, but with a heart that worries, practice faith. In other words, it's okay to worry. It's natural. It's human to worry. But why do we share that? Why do we hold on to this but on our own when we can seek toritsugi? When we can pray to Kami-sama, when we can offer this to Kami-sama, give this to Kami-sama, and know that Kami-sama will help us in the process. 昨日、親先生のご教案の中で、目標を、目的を持てていいとおっしゃったんですね。目的を持てていい。奉公人としては目的あるでしょう。目的は主人と同じようなレベルか、その上の技術を得ることを、まあ、そういう目的があるかもしれない。まあ、そう、ご主人と同じレベルの、技術とか上とか、どっちかと、ぜひ目的を持ってていい。It's okay. So, Yukawa sensei, yesterday, Oya sensei taught us that it's okay to have dreams, desires. The founder told one of his apostles, it's okay to have a desire. It's okay. It's weird not to have one. We're human. However, Kyoso-sama was very clear about what his desire was. His desire was to save the people of the world. That was his desire. In other words, our desires should align not with what Kyoso-sama said or the source of teaching said. Our desires really should be one that helps people. So if our level of skills, so in the example I gave in Japanese, it's if you are an apprentice, you obviously have a desire to have skill levels just as good as or surpassing that of your master, the person teaching you. And it's okay to have that. He says, Oya sensei said, it's okay to have that. And it's okay. However, the most important thing to understand is you can't reach that like that. It's not that instantaneous. It's level by level by level, benchmark by benchmark by benchmark. And every time we reach that benchmark, we have to remember to give thanks to our master. We must give thanks to Kami-sama. 親先生がご教案の中で、ね、こういう目的があって、まあ、スパッと、そういうおかげを、そんなにね、スパッとすぐおかげをいただけないでしょう。だから一歩一歩、やっぱりね、おかげをいただくためには、やっぱり一歩一歩しないといけないでしょうね。しかし、一歩を進むと、やっぱりこのレベルに行くと、ちゃんとね、主人様にお礼もせなあかん。普通の方はね、そこまでも考えてない。自分の力でもうそれできてはったんやって。だけどそうじゃなくて、それ大間違いですね。大間違い。やっ やっぱり一歩進むと、この一歩に対しては神様に、ご主人様にお礼申し上げなはれ。それが、あの、教祖様の見教え、初代王先生の見教え、昨日の親先生のご教話の意味があるんじゃないかなと思いますね。So, as we advance towards each benchmark, we have to give thanks. We have to show appreciation. We have to, because we didn't, if we think we did it by ourselves, no. If we gave our thoughts, if we gave our worries, if we gave our desires to Kami-sama, Kami-sama helped us to get to this level, not we. We also have to remember that. We have to remember that Kami-sama brought us to this level, got us here, helped us here. And if we forget our roots, if we forget our moto or foundations, we're going to crash. We will crash. やっぱり、親先生がおっしゃった、このレベルに行くと、やっぱり神様のお礼せんと、やっぱり元を忘れることになってるんですね。だから、元を忘れるということはね、おかげを落とすことになるんですね。それは一番怖いことですよね。おかげを落とすこと。だから、一歩一歩、自分の力でここまで来た。やっぱり我々は神様にちゃんと祈ってたのに、ご主人様に祈ってた、言ったのに、お願いしたのに、ご主人様がいろいろ教えてくださる、もうおさなるところのおかげで、パッとここのレベルに上がったんです。神様にお礼申し上げないといけないんですね。だからここで取り次ぎは重要ですね。取り次ぎというのはやっぱり必ずこのレベルに上がると、教会にお参りして先生ありがとうございます。わざわざ、もうワンステップだけれども、わざわざ教会まで行きはって、神様の前に手を合わせて、御霊様の前に手を合わせて、先生の前に手を合わせて、ご結界で先生ありがとうございます。今日もこのレベルに上がったんです。本当にありがとう。ぜひ次のレベル、神様と共に歩んでいただきたいと思います。というお届けが大切。So, it's important that, for every level that you go, it's not necessary for you to offer anything. The fact that you went to church, you sent sensei an otodoke, you sent something to sensei, that's mere fact that you did that says so much. That, this is where, Shodai O sensei talked about, I'm trying to translate this in my mind. I don't know how to translate this. Where we put our faith into action. Where we're not just staying here at home. Oh, thank you, Kami-sama. No, we're taking that next step. We go to church and we give thanks to Kami-sama. Here at the San Diego church, we don't have that option, unfortunately. We don't have the option of going to church because our church is within the home of a believer. But we have the option of calling sensei, emailing sensei, texting sensei, and saying, hey, sensei, thank you. I've reached this level. Hey, sensei, thank you. I've reached this level. It becomes so important that we not forget our roots. We not forget our foundations. For if we forget our foundations, then all the okage that we received will have gone to waste. I wouldn't want that for anyone, and I don't want that for myself. If you think this is easy to do, it is not. Let me tell you, it is not. The reason why I say it's not easy is because, recently my mother had to go to the emergency room. I was so panicked. This happened on Memorial Day weekend, and I was panicked. And what I ended up doing was I sent an email to Oya Sensei, and I told him exactly what wrote him this email. I said, please pray for my mother, and all these other things. And he says, God, Sensei, let's practice giving our worries to Kami-sama. Let us practice giving them to Kami-sama. It's not easy. I have to give and give and give. And I still worry. I still worry. But I know that my heart, well, in this process of giving my worries to Kami-sama, my heart is turning to Kami-sama. I know my heart is turning to Kami-sama. And I know that this is what Shodai O Sensei may have wanted for all of us, to turn our hearts to Kami-sama, to have this relationship with Kami-sama. As each apprentice has a relationship to their master, we must have a relationship with Kami-sama. That's all Kami-sama is asking for. We as humans have no power. When we finally realize that, let us turn our hearts to Kami-sama and give our hearts to Kami-sama. Give our worries to Kami-sama. Give our desires to Kami-sama. Thank you so much for being with me today. Thank you very much for praying for my dear friend Karen and for those who passed away in the past 2 days in Texas and in Oklahoma. Please continue to please stay safe. Please stay healthy. And I look forward to seeing all of you at the next service, which will be on Saturday, June 18th, which will be our Hanki o Harai Kanshasai, or our mid-year purification appreciation ceremony, as well as the 20th memorial service for the late Reverend Norikazu Yukawa, who founded the San Diego Church. So thank you all very much. I appreciate you being here. I know Kami-sama and Mitama-sama appreciate you being here. And I will see you all later on the 18th. Ahui ho, malama pono. Please stay safe. Bye-bye. Oops. Sorry.